Okay. Hello, hi all. Today I'm going to explain about the function called explode. Okay. So in Databricks, so this is one of the important function explode. Okay. So usually explode will deal with the array type data. Okay. So if you have a data with array, okay, example, the data will be in the format of like example here. So I have a name called Bangalore, okay, and I have a location called Chennai, okay, and I have a location called Hyderabad. So these are my locations, okay. So these are in the format of array, okay. So usually in real time, especially Databricks, so when you get any data with JSON or Parquet, so any format, right? Like, so if you see this kind of format, okay, so this is called the array type data, okay. This usually we will see this kind of behavior data in real time, okay. So we need to extract this string, okay. We need to extract this string and we need to load the data basically. So example, what I mean to say here is, so the employee name is something uh, something like Radha. Okay, so employee name, and she worked on these are the places. Okay, so example Bangalore. Okay, so Bangalore is one location, and Hyderabad. Okay, and with respective of Chennai. Okay, she worked earlier in her career, so she worked on these places. So to extract this all places, okay, now it is in the array. So I'm going to decode this particular string. So how I'm going to decode? So by using the explode function. Okay. So let's see how we are going to make decode this one. Okay. So example, I have taken the similar kind of data. So, okay. So I have the name and I have the languages. Okay. And I have the with respect to their languages, okay, like Spark, Java, Scala, and their particular countries or regions, okay. So these string which I need to extract to make this data in a proper manner, proper ascending or descending manner. So I need to do this, okay. So how I'm going to make this changes? First thing, you need to take the schema. You need to align with the schema, and then you have to apply the respective data type conversions before we apply the explode functions. So now let's take, so what I'll do, I'll take the schema. So schema. So and another important thing, I'm going to make the schema aligned, I'm going to use the struct type. So because struct type is very efficiently work with the schema data type conversions. Okay. So struct type. Okay. So struct type is the one. So before that, we need to import this libraries. Okay, remember this one. So to perform this one, so I'm going to add some libraries. Okay, because these are the data types, right? So we are going to import these data types. Okay, so SQL types import. So I'm importing all the functionality. Okay, so here now I'll add the struct type. Okay, struct type is my this one. Okay, so if you see here, when I at the moment when I imported the libraries, I got this code suggestions. Okay, so here so string I have represented the struct type, and these are all the fields. Okay, so name, language at school, language at work. Okay, so because these are in the format of array, and remaining if you see here, these are in the format of string. Only these particular columns are in the format of array type. So that's why what I have mentioned, I have mentioned it as array type, and it's a string. Okay. So here also name is string. So here also I have included, and this is also a string str. Okay. So I have represented into the string format. So then finally I'll close this one. Okay. And then I have converted all these things. Okay. So now here I have selected the data and I have applied the schema. Now what is our next step? Okay. So next step will be I'm going to call this into the data frame. Okay. For that, I'm going to create a data frame over here. So df is equal to spark dot. So I'm going to use spark dot create data schema. Okay. So I'm passing this data and schema. So let's do the display. Okay, show df dot show. So now let's execute this one and we will understand the data, how the data look like. So based on this, we will apply the transformations. Okay. So struct type and struct field not defined. Okay. So this is a expected one. So what I will do instead of making as a star, so I'll apply the struct type. Okay. And array type. Okay, and string type as well. Okay, so that so it will be easy to understand. So struct type and so these are the things, right? Array. So what we are getting, so these are the errors, right? So let me make it clearly. We'll make this data types clearly because there is some issue with these data types. Ideally, it won't consider. So what I will do, I'll copy this string type here. Okay, I'll place this string type and so I'll add it here. And so similar way, we'll just add here also. Okay, all the places. So we'll just add it. And similar way, I'll just add it here also. So we have imported this. And here also, I'll just import here. So open and close brackets. And here also, similar way, I'm going to apply. Okay, so this is done till here. So I have added everything, the data. Okay, so here we just added the respective data types. Okay, so now let's observe the data behavior over here. Okay, so let's understand the data things. Okay, so we have added the previous and it's a string type. So I will add another thing. So nullable column. So I'll make true. Okay, so this will be applied for all. Okay, to understand the null values. So true, and here also will make true, and here also will make true, and here also I'll make it as true. Okay, so later on I will apply the brackets over here, and then especially you can close the brackets as well. Okay, so till here we have done the things, right? But there are some errors we are getting, but let's understand what those errors. Okay, so we have given the commas and true, and we have given the name and field. So the language, so struct field, language, array type. Okay, so this is true, and this is okay. This we have added array type, and what else we have added here? True, and okay, 1 second. I will add it here. So this is the one type, right? So now it will be fixed. So now let's add the show. So this is the function. So df.show. Let's execute it here. So why we are getting struct type? So struct type and struct field. Let's import over here instead of here. So might be it is not considering. Let's add it here in the schema level. Some issue. Yeah, let's execute it here. Cannot import the name struct type. So what is the issue here? Struct type. We have already imported it. What's wrong here? Data. So import struct type and PySpark is SQL types. Okay. So PySpark SQL type, string type, array type, struct field, schema. So basically data is equal to data. 1 second. We'll pass this data equal to data and schema. Let's do the thing here. So now let's execute it here. By site package, but we have already imported this packages, but why it is not importing properly? Let's re-execute it here. So PySpark types, okay, so we had the types import struct type. So what's wrong here? Let's copy and paste type from cannot import. So what's wrong? Okay, got it. Yeah. S is caps actually. Okay, so remember this one. So structure type. So always S should be caps. Okay. When you write any Databricks, so you should have properly aligned with your data types. Okay. So again, it will cause some issues. Okay. If you add like case sensitive or case insensitive, then you will get an issue. Okay. So alwaysly your code should contains the proper data types. Okay. So that's where it is causing the issue now. So we need to correct all those things. Okay. So this is in a proper way so that it get executed. Okay. So string type. Now let's try to debug this one and we will understand the data. So now the data appearing correctly. Okay. So this is done. Now the data look like this way. So what we are going to do with this? Okay. So now I'm going to apply the explode functionality. Okay, so I'll write the another data frame df dot, okay, select. Okay, so inside the select I'll use the explode functionalities. Okay, so this explode will do so here df dot name with respective name and type the explode. Okay, so explode and then your data frame dot language. So we got this one already. So dot show. Okay. So this is how uh, we have the value. Okay. So now let's try to execute it. Let's understand the data behavior. Okay. Now you see here James Smith and he is having the language Java and Scala and C++ and Spark. Okay. So these are the languages which is so we individually we have extracted the string instead of like this way. Okay, so this is the one of the good and important when you attend any interview or when you are working in real time, explode function will be used to extract the array values. Okay, yeah, the complete theme is so array is used to extract your the data completely. Okay, so in the format of this array to your actual string value. Yeah. So that's all about the explode functions. Okay, we'll discuss about split on top of this in next class. Thank you.